Seamaster!
Hi everyone, Sneemaster here with a not-so-brief review of the Anvil Carrack. The Carrack is a large Pathfinder exploration craft used by both the UEE Navy and civilians. It is designed for long-distance exploration and discovery of jump points using large fuel tanks, a large cargo hold, and hangars for smaller vehicles. It was released flight-ready in patch 3.8. The ship is 125 meters long and 30 meters high, so it's not a small ship and requires very large hangars. The Carrack is designed for a crew of 4 to 6 players. It has 2 large shield generators, heavy armor, 1 large radar for scanning, and 3 medium computer slots. It has 2 large hydrogen fuel tanks, 1 large quantum drive, and 2 large quantum fuel tanks for long-range travel. It has 4 main thrusters and 2 retro thrusters, as well as VTOL and maneuvering thrusters. The landing gear is tied to the side wings, so the wings turn vertically when landing. The Carrack has a combat speed of 208 meters a second and a max speed of 1,236 meters a second, so it's fairly fast. There is 1 remote turret on top of the ship with 2 size 4 laser cannons. It has an excellent 360-degree view of the top of the ship. Then there are 3 manned turrets, 2 of them on the side of the ship, and have dual size 4 laser cannons, and a lower turret with 2 size 4 laser repeaters. The side turrets pop out like the hammerhead turrets to get an excellent range from the front to the back of the ship, plus top to bottom. The lower turret has a 360-degree view from front to back of the lower section of the ship. There are no missiles on the Carrack, and none of the guns can be fired by the pilot or command station. This leaves the ship up to the rest of the crew for protection. There is a large bridge in the front of the ship with excellent visibility. The bridge is split into 2 levels with a small elevator. The top level has a holographic map, a commander station, an engineering station, and a remote turret station for the upper turret. The floor below that has a pilot seat and 2 co-pilot seats. The ship can be flown by either the command station or the pilot seat. In the future, there will be armored doors that can close over the bridge windows to improve defense during combat. Throughout the ship are various elevators, but the main elevator travels between all 4 floors of the ship. On the upper level is the cartography deck with a large star map. It also has access to airlocks that exit above the top hangar, plus some escape pods. The hangar can hold size 1 ships like the Anvil Pisces or other snub fighters. In some cases, you might be able to fit 2 of them if you squeeze them in there. No word on whether you'll be able to refuel or repair ships in the hangar, but I assume in the future you will. Below that level is a technical deck with controls for opening or closing the upper hangar. It has a drone room with seats to control 2 drones, plus storage for the drones, and repair bays. The drones will be used for exploring difficult-to-reach places or picking up salvage or cargo. There is a repair shop to work on damaged items. You can also access the upper floor of the bridge from this level, as well as the 2 side turrets. On this level is also the 2-floor engineering room with access to the engines and fuel tanks. Under that is the habitation deck. You have the captain's quarters near the front where it connects to the lower part of the bridge. The captain's quarters have a large desk, some shelves, and a retractable view screen. There is a door to the side with a bedroom and bathroom. The bathroom has a separate toilet and shower. These aren't fancy quarters, but are comfortable enough. Beyond that room are crew quarters with a pool table in the middle for the rest of the crew. To one side of those quarters is a room with toilets and sink. And the other side has beds and showers. On this floor is also the mess hall with a large table plus cooking devices and food storage. There is also a medical bay here. The entrance has a decontamination area before you enter the rest of the room to prevent diseases. Inside are 2 beds for recuperating. Behind doors in the center is the main medical bed where you can heal up to Tier 2 damage or even set the Carrack as your respawn point. On either side are 2 rooms. One room has various medical devices and pharmaceuticals. On the other side it has computers for analyzing the medical bed as well as more devices. On the bottom floor is the cargo area. It has 3 large modular cargo rooms with a total storage of 456 SCU. There is also stowage in the ship for 456,000 micro SCU for clothing, weapons, and gear. The 3 cargo bays in the future will be able to open up from the sides or even be switched out for other types of things. There is access to the lower manned turret from this floor as well as the ground vehicle storage. Here you can fit an Ursa Rover, possibly 2 if you park carefully. You can instead fit 2 Tumbrel Cyclones or Greycat Rock mining vehicles. You might be able to fit 3 Drake Mules possibly, as well as multiple hover vehicles or Greycat PTVs. Unfortunately, you can't fit anything larger, like the Anvil Spartan for example. It's just a little too big. There is a wall that can partially lift up to protect against vehicles slamming the back wall, but it can also be used as protection from weapon fire for anyone trying to enter from the ramp. On this bottom floor is also a side docking port with suit storage. This will be good for connecting to space stations or other ships with side airlocks. You can buy the Carrack for $600 only on time-limited sales, when Anvil ships go on sale, or buy it in-game at Area 18 for 26 million credits. You might also be able to buy it during this ship showdown, as well as getting it from the exploration packs. You cannot rent the Carrack currently. The Carrack also comes with an Anvil Pisces shuttle and RSI Ursa Rover ground vehicle. Aside from the gray paint, there are 3 other paints: the white and gray polar paint, the blue and white Stormbringer paint, the Best in Show 2950 paint, and the Expedition paint. The Polar and Stormbringer paints can be bought on the website either individually or together, but they aren't cheap. The Best in Show 2950 is no longer available to get normally. It was a one-time paint from 2020, but you might find it on the gray market possibly. The Expedition paint was only for those who bought the concept ship when the concept was first released, so it's also not available anymore. If the Carrack does well in the ship showdown going on right now, we might get a new paint for the ship, so make sure to vote for it. The Carrack is a great ship for exploring new places or used as a base while conducting business in dangerous or far-off locations. The long-range tanks means you can travel very far before refueling. The long-range scanners and computers should work well for finding jump points, ship wreckages, or scouting out the enemy. The ship is also quite fast in combat speed and decently maneuverable for such a large ship. The upper hangar and ground vehicle bay means you can land the ship in a safe spot and explore using the more maneuverable smaller vehicles, especially with caves. Orgs would probably get the most use out of this ship, as you need a decent crew to man all the guns and stations. You can use the ship for cargo transport since it has a large cargo bay and decent weapons, but it's not optimized for that. The Carrack is perfect as a mobile base for exploration or other missions with a medical bay, kitchen, and crew quarters, as you can heal up, eat, use a bathroom, all that sort of stuff, or log out from there. The turrets are pretty decent against anything but bombers or capital ships. You can change the guns on the turrets, but you can't change the turrets themselves. The lack of missiles means the Carrack is not designed for attacking targets at a distance, and the size 4 guns on the turrets are generally designed for fighters or medium ships, not capital ships. So I recommend flying defensively with a Carrack. It can defend against heavier ships like the Hammerhead with the large shields it has, but it will take a bit of damage. Make sure to bring small fighting ships in the hangar if you expect to be in dangerous space. One complaint with the Carrack is that when it was released to flyable, the shape had changed a bit to look like a fat penguin. That was necessary to make sure there was space in the ship for people to get around, but some people were not impressed. Another issue is the lack of guns or missiles for the pilot, or lack of missiles at all. The pilot can't defend the ship or attack targets, instead relying on the rest of the crew. This makes sense though, as the ship is designed as a multi-crew ship, not a one-player ship. Although you might be able to install AI blades in the future to have the pilot fire the turrets at targets in front of him, but it won't cover the other sides, most likely. The ship also needs a gold pass to fix up things like the component hatches, suit lockers, and a few other things. Personally, I really like the ship, but it's only good if you have friends or an AI crew to help you run it. Otherwise, it just feels so empty. Plus, combat in the Carrack is nearly impossible by yourself. CIG also did an amazing job on the engine sounds. You can feel how large they are when you turn them on or off. As this ship is heavily armored and long range, I can't wait to see how it's used in larger empty solar systems like Pyro. I hope the exploration system is implemented soon. The Carrack is also on the ship showdown, so keep an eye for it and give it a vote. Alright, so that's it for the Anvil Carrack review. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you like my videos. Please let me know if you want me to review a particular ship or item. Don't forget to use my referral code if you decide to jump into Star Citizen. You'll get 5,000 credits, plus that special referral bonus this month. Here's a big thank you to my current patrons. I have a Patreon going for $3 a month. All patrons will have their names listed at the end of my videos, and I will make some exclusive videos for members as well. Okay, catch you all next time.